I recently saw something on the internet which actually interested me quite a lot, and it was talking about how childish habits and the things that we used to do that may seem stupid or childish as a child actually kind of make us as humans incredibly happy people. The kind of stuff we used to do as children, like go to the woods, climb trees, build dens, jump over fences, all that stuff seems to like intrinsically make humans happy, and I don't really know why that is. It may just be something to do with adventure, and that causes things like serotonin and dopamine release and all that sort of stuff. But these kind of activities seem to make us as humans incredibly happy. And while the majority of people struggle with mental health and are quite sad nowadays, why is it that children and innocent people seem to be so happy? And why don't we do the kind of stuff that innocent and happy people like children do? And it's because we are told that this stuff is for children only. It's like happiness is sort of, you're only allowed happiness as a child before you sort of enter the world of school and work and full-time jobs that you may not enjoy. But why exactly are we told that this stuff is only for children? I mean, I personally like to climb trees and build dens all the time when I go into the woods. And this is quite an adventurous thing that even though I'm not like doing work and stuff, recording YouTube videos or studying, it still gives me a hell of a lot of joy, simply because it's quite a childish thing to do. But people call me childish for doing these kind of acts, even though like I am quite young, I am still basically nearly a child. People call me childish, and they call the things like den building and climbing trees and stuff quite silly, despite the fact that they give people and me a lot of joy. So why don't we start to do these kind of activities, these sort of childish habits, on a more often basis? Going on adventures, it seems to be, is the kind of main sort of blanket that kind of underpins all this stuff, like climbing trees, jumping over fences, building dens. It seems to be that kind of blanket of adventure that seems to give humans so much happiness. And I highly recommend, if you feel like you're kind of getting this adventure beaten out of you in a way by people telling you that things are childish, I really encourage you to kind of get that belief out of your mind and continue to do the things that make you happy. You really shouldn't let other people tell you what you should and shouldn't do because it may be childish or it may seem silly or stupid. Because realistically, if those are the things that make you happy, that puts you a step above all of the people who are struggling with their mental health and are struggling with like doing things, who may still be telling you to stop doing the things that make you and people in general happy, like things like climbing trees or building dens or whatever. So with that, I hope you really start to implement like childish habits, as I've listed many times in this video, like just once or twice a week even, and you may see your happiness levels absolutely skyrocket. If you just want to go to the woods once or twice a week and put like a few sticks down on a tree, that will be such a beneficial thing to your happiness and to your mental health. It'll probably help with things like serotonin and hormone levels, and it will probably give you a whole bunch of other benefits, such as just being outside in nature, and that's just known to kind of reduce your stress anyway. And you must also think, I mean, I'm supposed to be ending this video right here, but I'm going to go on a bit of a tangent. You must think that the kind of stuff like den building and like climbing trees, etc., must be almost like inherently built into our DNA. We must almost be like hardwired to like this kind of stuff, because it was the stuff that we had to do to survive. We had to go on adventures and do things that were uncomfortable to survive. We had to do things like climb up trees to pick fruits and build dens for shelter. We had to do that as tribal beings to survive. And so maybe that's also one of the reasons that people, and specifically children, because they're the ones that are kind of allowed in a way to do this activity, that may be one of the other reasons that we seem to find so much happiness and joy out of doing such simple activities and simple pleasures. So yeah, as I said before, maybe just start to implement like a childish habit once or twice a week, just to sort of increase your mental health and happiness levels. And with that, I recommend subscribing, because I like this community of young tribal people who are willing to improve themselves so much more than they already have, and good luck.